Welcome! Let me show you how you can improve your projects by being consistent in your font choices. Chances are you're bound to work on a larger project that will feature large amounts of text. In those cases, you have to set yourself up for success. Let me teach you how to use the character and paragraph styles to your advantage. First, this is only available in Photoshop CC and CS6. If you have CS 5.5 or a previous version, this isn't going to work for you. To open it, go to Window, Paragraph Styles. You should get these two icons on your sidebar. One is Character Styles, the other one is for Paragraphs. The difference between them is pretty obvious. One is for paragraphs, of course, so for large chunks of text, while the other one is best suited for a few characters or words. Let's try them out. Get the Type tool and draw out a rectangle to create a paragraph text layer. Then go to the top menu and click on Type. From this list, choose Paste Lorem Ipsum. This is a great feature, by the way, because you no longer have to leave Photoshop to get some dummy text. Let me customize its look. I'll go with Montserrat Regular, 16 pixels in size, 28 pixels line height, FF0000 will be my color code, and extremely bright red. But you'll soon see why I went for this option. Let's say this is how I want all my next 30 paragraphs to look. But here's the thing. I may jump to a different side of the project, and that can cause problems. One thing you may have noticed is that as you Control-click various text layers on your canvas, your character panel will also change. That can be a blessing or a curse. For example, if I select this text layer, my character panel is going to pick up all its formatting. Now, if I grab the Type tool and add some text, you'll see it's going to look the same. That may be okay in some cases, or it may annoy you. For me, I want a more reliable way of styling lots of paragraphs fast, so this is the best way to go about it. Here's what I'm going to do. I'll get the Type tool and I'll click on this layer. Now I'll use Ctrl-A to completely select it to avoid any issues with the following technique. Now it's time to tell Photoshop this is what you want your paragraphs to look like. Open this Paragraph Style panel and hit this third icon that looks very similar to the Create New Layer symbol from the bottom of the Layers panel. Okay, a new entry has appeared, and it's called Paragraph Style 1. Let me double-click it. In this new window, we can see all the settings I previously put in my character panel. We have our size, our line height, this neon red, the works. What's great is you can adjust these settings, and by default, the preview box is checked. So if I play around with the color, you can see that that's immediately reflected on the canvas. Let me call this body text. Next, I'll select one of the other layers and my character panel is going to show their formatting. That means that now if I create a new paragraph and I paste in some dummy text, it's going to look vastly different from my red paragraph. That's not a problem. Instead of manually inputting all these values or undoing, I'll do this. From the Paragraph Styles panel, I'll click on Body Text. Next, I'll press this first icon that tells Photoshop to throw away all the existing formatting and use the one we previously stored. And there you go. Now this paragraph is identical to the previous one. Let me repeat that one more time. I'll select another text layer to mess up my settings. Actually, you can click on the background layer and do that yourself. Great. Now I'll paste in some paragraphs. These don't look right, so I want to make them fit my existing formatting. Click on the first icon, and there you have it. But here's the deal. Say this red is bothering my eyes. How can I fix this fast? Select the initial layer and let's make it black. Now, if we check the Paragraph Styles panel, we can see our body text has a plus symbol next to it. This means we've made some changes compared to the point when we saved this style. If we want to update it with this black color, which we do, we have to click on this check mark. This will tell Photoshop that you've changed your mind and this is how you'd like this style to look. Once you press it, the other two text layers will update as well. Now in this case, I only changed the color. That could have been easily edited through the character panel. But think of cases where you want to change just about every setting in the character panel. That's where this feature truly shines. Finally, I'll click on this other style and I'll create a new paragraph with it. Bear with me for a second. Now say I changed my mind yet again. This is how I want all my paragraph layers to look. Not a problem, I'll just override the existing style by pressing on this checkmark icon. And there you go. Well, it looks terrible, but that's the power of this panel. You can always double-click and further adjust it. Regarding the character styles, you'll probably use them less. Let's add a new text layer that says, me and my friends. That's with an ampersand, not with the word and. We'll select it and change its font family to Georgia Italic. We might change its size or its colour. What's important is we make it stand out. Now we have this stylized word and we want to save these settings. This is where character style comes in. Get the Type tool and select the ampersand. Then with your Character Styles panel open, press on this icon to create a new style. Call it ampersand and you're good to go. Now you can select any word from any other text layer, and from the Character Styles panel, you can select ampersand. Click on the first icon and that's going to be immediately updated. Fantastic stuff. So these are the uses of paragraph and character styles. All these profiles are saved in the PSD file, so this means when you start a new project you won't have them, but you can import them. First, let's save this PSD. Call it test and put it anywhere you want. Now let's open a project. You can see we don't have any styles in either panel. No problem. Go to this very small icon and click it. Here you'll have Load Paragraph Styles. Click it and Photoshop will ask you to choose a PSD file from which it should import them. And when you switch over, you'll have the other one, Load Character Styles. This means if you're constantly using the same body text in most of your projects, this can help you a lot. Or if you're working on a 10-page project and you want to be consistent and fast, this is bound to help. That concludes this lecture. Try it out because that's how you cement your knowledge, by putting it into practice.